All right, today we are diving headfirst into ransomware. It's one of the scariest digital crimes out there for sure. We're going to break down exactly how these digital heists go down, who's pulling the strings, and, the most important part, how you can protect yourself. So before we get into all the technical jargon, let's just start with a story. I want you to picture this. Imagine your whole digital world. I'm talking every single photo, every document, all your projects. Poof. Suddenly they're all locked away and you can't get to them. That right there, that's the heart of what makes ransomware so terrifying. It's not just about losing files, is it? It's about your memories, your hard work, your life, basically, being held hostage. And the craziest part, it can all happen with just one wrong click. And then all that's left is a single chilling demand on your screen. Okay, so what is this stuff really? Well, at its core, ransomware is just a nasty piece of software. It gets on your computer and it's like it takes all your files and puts them in a safe that you don't have the combination to. It just scrambles everything into total gibberish. And the only way to get the key to unlock that safe? You guessed it, you have to pay the attackers. It is a digital shakedown, plain and simple. So the big question is, how do these cybercriminals actually pull this off? Well, it's not just a smash and grab job. No. It's more like a carefully planned heist with multiple stages, all designed to catch you with your guard down and make sure they get their payday. Yeah, it's a whole chain of events. It usually starts with something really simple, like a phony email that looks legit. That's the end. From there, it escalates fast. The malware gets in, it works silently in the background, shuts down your security, and then starts its dirty work of locking everything up. But look at that last step, data exfiltration. That is a newer and, frankly, a much nastier twist to this whole thing. And this tactic, it's called double extortion, and it absolutely changes the game. See, now it's not just about, can I get my files back? Suddenly it's, oh my God, are they going to leak my private information for the whole world to see? It's a brilliant, evil move because it adds this layer of public shame and blackmail on top of the financial panic you're already feeling. All right, so not all these digital bad guys play by the same rules. Think of it like a rogues gallery, The world of ransomware has its own set of specialists, and each one has their own signature move for taking you hostage. So, let's meet the crew. Okay, what's fascinating here is that you can actually see how these attacks have evolved over time. It started out pretty technical, right? You had crypto and locker ransomware. They just locked your stuff up. Simple. But then the criminals got smarter. They figured out that messing with your head was way more effective. That's where scareware comes in. It literally weaponizes your own anxiety. And then you have the ultimate escalation, doxware. It's not about your files anymore. It's about threatening your reputation, your privacy. The whole game shifted from a tech problem to a psychological one. And listen, this is not just some abstract, theoretical threat. We've seen this play out on a massive scale. Remember the WannaCry attack back in 2017? It was insane. It ripped across the globe and crippled entire hospital systems. I mean, doctors were literally locked out of patient files. All of a sudden, a piece of code became a life or death situation. It's a terrifying reminder that this isn't just about lost data. It's about real, tangible, and sometimes devastating consequences. Okay, so this brings us to the most intense moment of the whole ordeal. The heist is done, your files are locked, the demand is staring you in the face, and there's a countdown clock ticking away. This is the hostage negotiation. So, what do? I mean, the pressure is immense, right? Your gut, your every instinct is probably screaming at you, just pay them and make it stop, get my life back. It really feels like the fastest, maybe the only way out. But every single cybersecurity expert will tell you the same thing, and they are firm on this. Do not pay. And the reasons why are so important to understand. Okay, let's just think about this for a second. First, you're dealing with criminals. There is absolutely no guarantee you'll get your files back. They could just take your money and disappear. Second, your payment is literally funding their next operation against someone else. And third, you've just put a giant sign on your back that says, hey, I'm a willing payer, which makes you a prime target for another attack down the road. So if paying is a bad idea, and it is, then what's the solution? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. The only way to win is to not play their game at all. You have to stop the heist before it even begins. You got to build a fortress. So here are the tools, the bricks and mortar for your digital fortress. We're talking about the basics, keeping things updated, using good antivirus. All that stuff is crucial. But I want you to look at that first one, backups. Regular backups are your absolute superpower. they're your escape hatch. Because if the attackers lock your data, who cares? You can just wipe your system and restore everything from a clean copy. It makes their whole threat completely powerless. But here's the thing about a fortress. Even the strongest one needs a good guard at the gate. And that guard is you. The technology is one thing, but your actions, your everyday habits, are your absolute best line of defense. Just being a little bit skeptical, pausing before you click that link in a weird email, that alone can stop an attack dead in its tracks, before your antivirus software ever has to lift a finger. And that brings us to what is, honestly, the most important piece of this entire puzzle. We talk a lot about complex code and sophisticated hacks, but the truth is, the biggest vulnerability isn't in your computer. It's in your head. I mean, think about it from the attacker's perspective. Why would they spend months trying to hack through a super strong digital wall when they can just, walk up to the front door, tell you a convincing story, and trick you into letting them in? That's exactly what social engineering is. It's about hacking the human, not the computer. And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? The entire catastrophic chain of events starts with one tiny human action. A single click. A moment of curiosity on an email that seemed just a little bit off, but you clicked anyway. And from that one moment, the dominoes just fall, one after another, leading to a full-blown crisis. So when you boil it all down, the attacker's #1 tool is getting you to make a mistake. So what's your single greatest defense? It isn't a piece of software, it's not a super long password. It's that moment of hesitation. It's the pause, that little voice in your head that says, wait a second, does this seem right? Technology can build you a great fortress for sure, but ultimately, you're the one guarding the gate.